Hey, yo doers, what's up? It's your boy Happy Chap here. Welcome back to another video. Look at on this one, we're just doing the Pillager Farm tutorial. So for those of you who do not know, I released a Pillager Farm world download a little while ago, and a few months ago too as well. I did a Pillager Farm tutorial, but it was absolutely, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. So this one's going to replace it. We're going to remove the other one. It was just too long. Okay, so for the Pillager Farm, these are the items that you're going to need. At least 8 stacks of glass, because we're going to be building up from the center all the way into the sky there in order to get this, you know, the most efficient that we absolutely can. Just bring along a half stack, not a full stack of glass panes, at least 64 plus 16 of magma blocks, 2 stacks of walls, 24 trap doors, 5 warped signs, or any type of sign really, these don't have to be warped, 5 slabs, 2 buckets of water, 2 stacks of kelp, some soul sand, 2 chests, a hopper, and then your iron golems. You're going to need to make 4 iron golems for this farm. I am on the Minecraft world. As you can hear, the pillagers are out there. I am playing on hard mode, so if you're playing like me, what you're going to want to do is wall yourself in, count out at least 8 blocks from the farm, and then just wall yourself in with whatever material you have the easiest, because as you can see, they're everywhere out there. I'll try to keep the game audio down so that way they're not too loud. Some still might spawn in here. You're probably going to end up with Bad Omen. That is no problem. Nonetheless, let's get into the build. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do for this is we're just going to mark out the center of the Pillager Outpost here. So come to the inside and count in from each wall, mark out your center, and then count out 10 blocks each side, and then carve yourself out a 3x2 hole. So 1, 2, 3. So that's the 10th block out right here, and carve yourself out a 3x2 hole, and do that on all 4 sides. Now, once you've got that done, it doesn't matter which corner you choose, but you're going to take this corner here, and these are going to technically be our high sides for the tunnels that we're going to do. And what we're going to do on this corner here is we're going to dig these down 4 blocks in total. So, okay, once you are 4 blocks down, you can kind of skip this part here, but because I am in a desert, okay, and my thing is kind of in the wide open here, this is why I chose this one. If you're like me, what you're going to have to do is dig down just to where you see the sandstone start. Once you see the sandstone start, then you can dig down 4 blocks, and it doesn't make it any more or less efficient. It just makes the spawn area a little bit wider, which is no problem for this farm. So again, if you're in the plains or if you're somewhere else where there's grass, you only have to dig down 4 blocks, but if you are in a desert, you're going to have to dig down towards the sandstone. Okay, once you are 4 blocks down on each side of these corners, what you're going to do is you're going to jump down, and on the inside, so towards the inside here, what you are going to do is you're going to dig forwards just 1 block like this, and then forward 7 blocks in total, and then you are going to dig forward 3 blocks and step down 1 as well, and then dig forward another 4 blocks while also stepping down 1 more time. So what you should have is you should have the cut in here with the step down, forward 3, another step down, and forward 4, making that 7 in total. Then what you're going to do is you're going to go to the other side and do the exact same thing. So step in 1 block, and then forward 3 while also stepping down 1, and then forward another 4 while also stepping down 1. And now what you can see, if we dig out this block just 1 more forward, these 2 paths should now connect. So we want to leave this here, and this is what you should have. Now we're going to go out and we're going to go to the other ones, and we're going to do the same thing for these holes out here now too. So we're going to dig them 4 down. Unless you're in the desert, you're going to have to dig down until the sandstone, and then 4 down. And for these outside ones, what we're going to do, instead of going towards the inside, we're going to go towards the outside, and we're going to dig in 2 blocks instead of 1 this time. We're going to dig forward 3, so this is going to be towards the outpost, and then forward another 7, but down 1 as well. So 1, 2, 3. So again, that is towards the outside this time, 2 blocks, in 3, down 1, and then forward 7. Do that same thing on the other side. So for the other side, that's to the outside, in 3, down 1, forward 7. And as you can see, once we punch through this wall here, there's our 2 other paths. So now we can do the same thing right here, which is where our other path should be. And then this is what you should have. Pretty simple. Pretty straightforward. Now right here, what we're going to do is we're going to dig this forward and make ourselves a little box like this and dig it down one. Okay, so you should have your 4 tunnels, which all connect. We've dug down one, so this is our platform. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to dig in this little corner here. So it looks like this. We are going to smack this 2 corners out here like that. We're going to take our fences. We're going to place them on both sides like so. Then we're going to take our slabs, put 2 slabs on the outside corners like this. And what you should have is this little, little closet thing here. And basically this is going to be the shaft in which we take our pillagers up to the top. So now what you can do is you can actually start to dig up. And oh my, as you can see, that is the dead center of the pillager farm right where we dug out. So now all we have to do is take the coordinates of where that lower floor is there, and then this is where we build our water chute all the way up so that we are 128 blocks above that part right there. So that's where our soul sand is going to be. So wherever the lowest part of your farm, which mine is 57, you can go no higher on your little AFK platform than 128 blocks above that. If you do, as soon as the pillagers fall down here, they are going to instantly despawn when you are in your standing zone up top, so we do not want that. So take coordinates of what this is. This is where your soul sand is going to be. Add in, just say 120, and then build your glass chute all the way up to that part of the sky. So I'm going to go up to 177 with my chute. Now, one thing I do want to keep in mind, you don't necessarily have to go up 120 or 128 blocks, but the higher you do go, so let's say you're in a plains and you don't have to dig down as far as I did because I'm in a desert, the higher you up you can go, the tighter it brings in the spawning circle. So you can see those guys are way out there, and even those guys are spawning into as well. The higher up you go, the tighter it brings in that spawning radius. So just keep that in mind. Maybe try to avoid a desert like me, because I had to go down an extra 4 blocks for my farm, which you kind of do want to eliminate in order to keep this as efficient as possible. Okay, so once you are 120 blocks above your platform down there, what you are going to do is you're just going to make yourself a little platform for you to basically stand on an AFK. And then if you want this to be like the world download where the pillagers are a one-hit kill when they come down, just build this chute up another 23 blocks, and then we're going to build your little water path over. They're going to fall down right onto where our hoppers are going to be. Okay, once you are up to your desired height, what we're going to do is we're just going to build ourselves a little back wall like this. We're going to stand on our 1 block here, and then we're just going to make a 2 or 3 long platform. We're going to put walls on the side too as well. And then we'll even put a roof over top of it just so that way the pillagers won't escape. Then what we're going to do is we're going to build out and around here. So we should have this one little hole here, which we can drop down onto our platform. Going to bring our roof over. We're going to place a sign here on this block. And then you do want to make sure you bring your water with you, which I didn't do. So I'm going to have to fly all the way down and then back up again. And then right here on this block, what you're going to do is you're going to place your water source, and that's going to allow it to flow all the way down to the bottom and flow this direction like so. You see that? It's beautiful, isn't it? Now what we can do is we can go down to the bottom with that water, place our kelp all the way up to the top. That is going to create all water sources for us. Remove that kelp and then put our soul sand at the bottom. And good luck to you when you get back down to the bottom here. Now we can just place our kelp all the way up to the top. Hopefully you've got some decent, respiration on your helmet so you don't drown while doing this. And once you've placed all your kelp, all you have to do now is just swim back down to the bottom. Remove your lower block here, place down your soul sand, and as you should see, we got ourselves a sweet little bubble elevator. Okay, now with our bubble elevator done and our little water path over here done and complete, now what we can do is we can go back down to our little platform here. We can build out until we are on the same. You want to build out so that way you are directly underneath this here. And then on the back side, you're just going to build yourself up all the way until you meet that little path. Then bring the sides down too as well. Same with the front. So you should have your little drop chute down here. Then on the bottom here, what we're going to do is we're going to place down our double chest. with our hopper running into it, and then a slab on top of the hopper like that. Now what we can do is bring the glass down one more, and this is where we are going to kill the pillagers once they come up, over, and fall down here. And this is where we will collect our stuff. Decorate this however you want, but now what we're going to do is we're going to head back down to the bottom here. Kill off all of these guys one more time. Make sure I don't die in the process. Probably going to die. Look at that, doers. Look at that. Now what you're going to do is you're going to actually create yourself an infinite water source. This will always give you water out of the center here. And down in every single one of these holes, what you want to do is you want to place your water so that it flows towards these sections here. So you want to do it on the outside here. And what you should get is a water flow that goes this way. It should flow all the way down to the little center here. We'll do the same thing up on this one. So on the outside corner, yeah, everything should flow, which is perfect. And then we'll just do these two as well. So you should be able to just go this corner. Water should flow this way. And as you can see, this one stops a little short. And to get the water to flow even farther this way, what I'll do is I'll dig back 3 spaces like this, place a water source in there. And as you can see, we get our water flow all the way to the end here. Same thing for this side. Place your water source on the outside, dig back 3 blocks, place another water source, and where the water stops here, what you're going to do is just put a water source there, and then same thing on the other side over here, right there. And what you should get is a nice flow of water that stops, brings the pillagers all the way down here, sucks them into this little hole, takes them all the way up to your little, water path and AFK area up here. You are definitely going to want to not do this 2 blocks above the thing. Put a roof on this thing and make sure you bring it over the top and your walls too as well so they cannot escape. Once you are done, that should bring them over, drop them down to your little AFK area where you can collect the loot and your Bad Omen. Now with all of that complete, what you're going to do is you're going to starting from the outside here. So the outside of all 4 holes, you're going to dig out. You're going to line this with your magma blocks, so that way they all kind of join up with each other in this little square around the Pillager Outpost. As you can see, it gave you enough so that you have 4 left over. So take what you want with that info, okay? And then you're going to line your walls all on top of these magma blocks here too as well. Now what this does is the walls allow the pillagers to see the iron golems that we're going to be putting right here, but do not allow them to stand there and basically shoot at them, because as soon as they get up to the wall, they're going to take damage from the magma blocks. Once that is complete, you're going to take your trap doors and you're going to line each hole here like so, and then close the trap doors down. This is going to make the pillagers think that they have access across, which they will not. And then you're going to take your fence gates that we told you to bring along. You're going to put them on top of those trapdoors and then make sure they're open and close them back down. Okay, once you have all of your fence gates in place, above the trapdoors, the back ones there like that, 1 or 2 blocks out from the corner, doesn't really matter which one. What you're going to do is you're just going to place down a water source, and you're going to do that for all 4 sides. And then right in this little dead spot here, this is where you're going to put 1 more water source. And now as you can see, so far we haven't had the need to remove any of the outposts. Well, but what we are going to do is you could put your iron golems here, right here in this corner, but there is a chance that these guys might take damage from the pillagers because they do have quite a shooting range with their crossbows. So what we are going to do is we're just going to remove 3 high here all the way around from this little pillager outpost. And once you have removed it, this is what you should have. So as you can see, the pillager farm is already working. We should see that guy literally come up the chute here in just a second. Yep, there he goes. So what we are going to do is right here on this dead spot, this is where we are actually going to start building our iron golems. We're going to drop them in place. The water should hold them here. So we're going to take our shears, make a couple of Halloween jack-o'-lanterns. We're going to take our extra glass and we're just going to build this out 3 high. We're going to take our glass panes and we're going to place 1 on each side. You can even make these 2 wide if you would like to. And then what you're going to do is you're going to build your iron golem, oopsies, and set him in place. So he's forever going to be stuck here. Now all you want to do is just finish surrounding him in glass panes like so, and then essentially you are done. For efficiencies later, like in the Pillager World Download tutorial, you can place trapdoors here along the backside in order to stop these guys from punching the pillagers as they go up the chute. But now we're just going to repeat this for all 4 sides. So we'll put our filler blocks in place here, glass panes, we'll start to build our iron golem. And if you guys are wondering why I'm building him on top of a glass pane, it's because you cannot spawn these guys while they are in water or while they are up against other blocks too as well. So they need to be completely in the clear like this. Make sure you remove any block that's underneath them so that way they do get pushed into their little corner, and then put the jack-o'-lantern on top. Easy as pie. Close them in like so, and then just repeat that for all the other two sides. And once you have your iron golems in place, you are basically done the farm. So now all you have to do is just basically collect your stuff, ensure that all of your water in your pathways is flowing, because you don't want anybody to get hung up in a corner by a straight water flow going that direction. Remove any water sources and do any terraforming that you have to around the farm in order for it to basically stay as efficient as possible. So you might want to, you know, just kind of raise little areas like this up. Once you have that complete, just start to tear down your walls, and what you should start to see is all of the crazy men start to really just start to rush into the farm. Leave me alone, you're stupid. Leave me alone. So as you can see here, I've removed the first two layers of the farm, and if I were to just get away from these guys, they would pathfind. Don't pathfind to me, pathfind to the golems. They don't like you. Yeah, eat that. And with our wall down, we are essentially good to go. So now if we were to just fly up here and get away from these guys, what we should see is, yep, they all start to get attracted to the iron golems and end up in our little tunnel here. So we should see these guys now. Yep, they are starting to flow up already. So this is perfect. So now all I have to do is sit here, chop these guys down, collect some XP. As you can see below me, the farm is working like a charm. Everybody is getting attracted in. I don't see anybody standing around waiting to shoot the golems, which is absolutely perfect. That there is why you might have to do... Oh, never mind. So even if they're down a little bit, they get attracted to them. I guess it's a group thing. But yeah, as you can see, everybody's getting pulled in from quite a distance away. Now, there was some things that we were going to have to talk about in order for efficiencies, and we might have to go down and do those right away. So we'll go down after we get this little group out of the way, and we'll talk about the efficiencies. It's just placing 2 slabs in a specific area. That is right in the eye, isn't it? It's just placing 2 slabs in 2 specific areas in order to stop them from bunching up and keeping them basically out of the way. Just gotta chop my way through here, boys. Sorry. That's what was blocking them. Oh my goodness, I just made it around the corner in time. No, I didn't. And I destroyed my bed. Womp, womp, womp. So yeah, probably a good idea not to forget about those little... Just make sure they have a clear path all the way to their little water tunnel. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make sure that this area is clear here, so that way they don't get any hang-ups on the top here, because that would be super annoying, because that's what they'll do. They'll get their head caught up here. So remove any of these blocks here like so, and then 1 block up like this, just put a piece of slab on the lower half, and that will stop them from bouncing too much when they get up here, which also keeps them all kind of getting hung up while they're just kind of hanging around down here. So those are 2 things to keep in mind. I should not have gone in this. So there you have it. That is a quick and simple tutorial on how you build the pillager farm. As you can see with those little, you know, updates down there, these guys are just absolutely flowing up to the top. No problems whatsoever. Now this is perfect. I am nice and set up on the series. I can actually build a raid farm. I can stop dying, and life will be actually pretty good, because I'm pretty sure that is number 39. Yes. But that's going to do it. Thank you again, viewers, so much for watching. Hope this tutorial helps. Leave a like if you guys did enjoy. Consider subscribing. ShopHappyChappy.com if you guys need some world downloads. Check the link too as well. We got some doer merch available if you guys want it. It's pretty sweet. But other than that, thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace. From 5 to 18. We'll wait a few more seconds for this thing to load back up. When it does,